Let me just share my screen. As we're waiting for the others, do you have any problems with the recording of financial transactions? Okay, that's nice to hear. Yeah, so we're looking. Okay. If you have time, I've posted two new questions. When you have time, I've posted two new questions similar to this. If you can do the same exercise, the one which you've done here, with those ones there, to see if you've understood. So we are done with our financial transactions, right? Now it's time for posting to the ledgers. All right. Let's see the ledgers. So I wanted to show you how you have to be familiar with closing accounts. So most expense and revenue accounts, you need to close them. All right. You have, so like for example here, for our purchases account, all right, we have all these entries, all right. So you total them up. 100,500 plus 8,000 plus 9,300 plus 16,000 plus 5,100. You get 138,900. You put it both on the debit and the credit side. All right. Then, since this is an expense account, we need to close it. So, to close this account, you're going to credit this yellow thing that I've highlighted here. You credit the purchases account with the same amount. Then, the corresponding debit entry is going to be found in the statement of profit or loss and in the trading account. Actually, you find it in the trading account. There, when you say opening inventory, add purchases, uh that's the corresponding entry to this one. So for this case here, we've closed the purchases expense account. Any questions before we look at another account which has been closed? Oh, and this the corresponding entry for this one also in the trial balance debit side. For purchases in the trial balance, you're going to find it on the debit side. Okay, so generally how you close accounts, because I just want you to understand how you close accounts. For example, here we have 500, 900, and 300. Let's say 50 here. So the first thing you want to do is first you total up both sides. You total up the debit side and you also total up the credit side. You're going to see which side is heavier. So the debit side 500 plus 900, you get 1,400. 300 plus 50, you get 350. So once you've determined both amounts, the bigger amount is the one which you're going to put. So you put here 1,400, and then also here 1,400, right? Then the balance carried down. Always remember this. The balance carried down comes on the lower side, right? And to get the balance carried down, it's just you're subtracting the total of the debit from the total of the credit. So you say 1,400 minus 350. What do we get? 1,400 minus 350. 1,050. So you're going to put balance carried down 1,050. This is at the end of the month. At the end of the month or year, that's where you put the balance carried down. And at the beginning of the next year or the next month, the balance brought down comes on the opposite side. See, balance brought down 1,050. All right, this is for asset accounts, liability accounts, capital accounts, all right? But those accounts which are found in the trading account and statement of profit or loss, those are the ones you close, all right? So for example, like the way we closed the purchases expense there, right? If you have a T account like this, let's say this is purchases expense. Here I've got 200 and 100, right? You total up. You see, credit side is nothing, debit side 300. So the higher amount obviously is the 300. So to close this account, you're just going to credit, you say profit or loss, you credit this account 300, right? And the account is closed. Any income accounts, revenue accounts, expense accounts, this is what you do to them. In assets, liability, and capital accounts, are the ones where you find balance brought down, balance carried down. Those are more permanent. So a lot of time will be wasted if we go through all of these tier accounts. I just first wanted you to understand how you close the accounts. Are we okay with closing tier accounts? Are there any questions on closing tier accounts? Okay. Okay, once you have now closed the accounts, where the balance brought down is, that's where it's going to appear in the trial balance. For the cash book, cash account, the balance brought down is on the debit side. All right. So when you go to our trial balance here, as you can see, debit side, the cash amount. All right. For purchases, the account we closed. Okay. We credited it to close it. So on the trial balance, for purchases, the amount is going to come on the debit side, right? If we had to close this account using the debit, Then on the trial balance, it will appear on the credit side. All right. So where the balance brought down appears, that's the position on the trial balance. Okay. And then for these accounts which you've closed, if you close it using the credit, then on the trial balance, it's going to appear on the opposite side. As you can also see, like the salaries account, we've closed it by crediting it. So on our trial balance, you find salaries, which is here. It's on the debit side. Now the next exercise we need to do is make the financial statement. So I want to get this trial balance down so that we make the financial statements. Then that question I've posted, when you try it out, try to make the T accounts. Oh, I can't edit this one, it's locked. Okay, let me take a screenshot so that the point where we start from is that trial balance. That's where we make the financial statements in preparation for the financial statements. Did any of you make the T accounts, the ledgers? Did any of you make them? If you reach that stage, it can be nice. You close for yourself, then you come to the trial balance. But if you haven't made those, at least as long as you put the correct journal entries, excuse me, then you can make the financial statements.